Hi, awesome ladies. Originally, I had planned to do an event for our team this month, but it is now, the 12th? So I think we can just go ahead and skip that, and I'm going to do a little video about a few things that I wanted to talk to you about. Pardon the glare, it's from my computer, but the computer is holding up my phone so I can make the video. So there's been some changes since convention. I think at this point everybody is aware that our national big group is now actually the Fearless Readers under Kelsey. And that if you haven't left us bombs yet, you can probably go ahead and do that, because really we want to focus our attention and energy into the Fearless Readers and the challenges and events that are going on in there. And that now makes Team BorneAwesome your middleist group, if you will, or your smaller group. And my goal is eventually to actually branch off as well, but there are some challenges for me in that, and so I'm hoping by, say, the fall, we will be able to do that. But that will mean some things for me. And so keep that in mind, though. It could happen. It may not, but it could, and I hope that it does. So I'm hoping to ramp up participation and things going on in our group over the next couple of months. But what I don't want to do is compete with what's going on in Fearless Readers. And the reason for that is I feel if there's too much going on in too many groups, people get overwhelmed. And I'm sure that if you're not under me directly, your team leader is probably having challenges and things that they want you to do as well. And I think if you've got 3 or 4 different people trying to run something, that it's too much. And then we already have great challenges and everything from home office. And so, like I said, I don't want to compete. And if we do decide to do any sort of challenges within BorneAwesome, it's going to be something that is complementary to whatever is being done in Fearless Readers. So I've been a little slow getting all this stuff done because I don't know if you knew, but I moved last month, on top of going to convention, and we moved in my mother-in-law, and so there's a lot of things going on in my personal life that are kind of unfortunately taking precedent over UBAM, and I'm hoping to get back into my UBAM schedule soon. So anyway, let's jump into it and let's just talk about a couple of things that I thought about during convention and want to talk to you about. One of the things that I noticed leading up to convention was that a lot of people were not working because it was no longer easy. They're out of their incentive period. They weren't getting bookings easily from parties, lots of different things. And the most common thing I heard for why people were stopping was, it's not easy anymore. And I can understand you wanting it to be easy. That's fair. However, in BorneAwesome, we have to understand that it's not always easy. And we have a new motto for the team. And the new motto is, we are all born awesome, but we have to work to stay awesome at UBAM, of course. And so in conjunction with that, I also want to talk about our team word. And our team word this year is going to be effort. And we have to put forth the effort to see the rewards of our work. And that means reaching outside your comfort zone, doing things you wouldn't normally do, and probably putting in more thought into how you're recruiting or how you're getting bookings and those sorts of things. So in the course of working and effort and all of that, there's roadblocks. You're going to run into things that, how do you get past them? And I have found that there are 2 big roadblocks, especially for stay-at-home mommies. One of those is attitude. And that's a big one right now because as a whole, UBAM is facing a lot of challenges. We're growing at a huge, huge rate, but that is having some less than desirable effects, especially on our shipping and our customer service issues and things like that. Things are taking way longer than a lot of us were used to when we first started. And being frustrated with that is totally understandable. It's okay to be frustrated. However, your attitude towards your customers and your downline recruits will play a big role in how much they want to work and how much effort they want to put forth. So if they think everything is negative, if you're thinking that oh, these shipping times, they're really bad, I'm so sorry, and you're constantly apologizing and you're constantly talking about how bad this is, then that's going to filter itself into your customers' minds and your new recruits' minds, and your customers aren't going to want to order, and then your recruits aren't going to want to work, and they're going to be presenting that same attitude towards their customers. So the best thing that we can do is maintain a positive attitude, at the very least towards our customers, at the middle, would be great. Maintain that attitude towards our recruits. And lastly, the best thing you can do is try and maintain that attitude towards you and your business. And realize that, anything worth doing is going to require work, and there's going to be challenges. Think about your kids when they hit a growth spurt or a mental leap or something like that. Things go haywire, don't they? Things get really bad. They get clingy, they get cryy, they don't want to sleep, they get fussy, they eat too much, they eat too little, just things go, schedules go off the rails, and everything goes nuts. And then they get through the leap, and they have learned so much, and they have gained so much that, okay, as a mom, it was worth it. They're there. They've learned how to talk. They've learned how to walk. They've gained a motor skill. They've any of the million things that kids learn how to do. And we're really proud of that. Well, think of Uban as our child. And right now, they're going through a wonder leap, a wonder week, or unfortunately, a wonder year. And if we can just stick with it and put all of our effort and keep positive and think about what's going to happen at the end when we get through this, then we're going to be the proud parents going, oh, look, we exploded and we finally got back to our, close to our shipping times, and we're still this wonderful company that everybody wants to be a part of. So try and maintain that. And I know that if you're having difficulty maintaining that, talk to your team leader, talk to your sponsor, talk to an Uzzy buddy, talk to whoever you need to, but try not to present a negative, what's the word? I don't want to say persona, that's not the word. But try not to be negative to your audience. So when you're talking to your customers, don't apologize for the ship times before they've even ordered. I don't. I tell them to make sure that they're aware of the ship times, but I don't act like it's this horrible thing. I don't apologize. I don't apologize until somebody is genuinely upset with me or upset that their books aren't there. In the course of all of this, I've had one customer be upset, and that's a hostess, because her stuff still hasn't shipped and it's been 4.5 weeks. I don't blame her for being a little upset. But I've only apologized once. I offered to cover her shipping on her order and she declined. So it is what it is. But I haven't had anybody else be upset, and I haven't made excuses for it. And just currently our ship times are about this, and we're working to improve them. And that's the best that you can do. So if you don't act like it's a bad thing, your customers aren't going to either. And the other thing that I know some people have been struggling with, myself included is motivation. I have a lot of other things going on in my life right now, and finding the motivation to sit down and work above unpacking yet another box or playing with my daughter, who I feel like's neglected because I've been unpacking boxes or whatever, has been a little difficult. I'm going to be honest with you on that. But you have to find what motivates you. And right now, my motivation is one, just to stay a team leader, and two, this is going to be very silly, but to buy a new dishwasher and a stove, because I love my new house, but I hate the appliances. Really, the dishwasher sucks. I have to wash everything up. It's bad. So that is my motivation right now, and I've actually been shopping for them, and as soon as I find the one that I want to buy, I'm going to print it out, and it's going up above my desk. So every time I sit down to work, I can look at my goal, and that is my goal. It is a simple goal, but I want to earn enough money to buy new appliances by the end of the year. Along with all of the other things that I use my UBAM money for, which is to pay my student loans and to buy groceries and to contribute to my family. So those are, I think, the two biggest roadblocks, aside from the actual customer service issues. There are things in place to help you deal with them. If you're having a hard time, talk to your team leader. If they can't help you, go to your next upline, and somebody will be able to help you. And don't despair. You're not alone. Okay, there are lots of people going through this, but we can all do it together. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is just to kind of address everybody. New recruits. We do have quite a few lately, which is awesome. I'm super excited about that. I just want to make sure that you're following your CSP, your Consultant Success Plan, and you're asking questions. Talk to your team leader often, especially in your first 90 days. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot going on, and it can be confusing about what's where, how to work systems. Don't feel like you're bothering anybody, and utilize the groups. Utilize Fearless Readers. Utilize Team BorneAwesome. Utilize the group under your team leader if there's another one. Wherever you feel comfortable asking your questions, ask them. Talk to your sponsor. Just make sure you're getting the help that you need to be successful, because I guarantee you, your sponsor and your team leader, they want you to be successful just as much as I do. Returning consultants. There are a few of you, more than a few, who are jumping back on the UBAM wagon after a hiatus for whatever reason. And I'm so excited to have y'all back, especially Christine, who booked 4 parties out of the gate. I'm so proud of her. Okay, so I just want to make sure, no matter how long you've been gone, make sure you talk to your team leader or your sponsor about the policy changes that might have occurred while you were taking a break. There's been a lot of different policies for how to handle shipping issues and missing books, extra books, things like that. I don't know how long you've been on a break, but there's been changes in compensation, all sorts of changes. So just make sure you touch base with your team leader or your sponsor to make sure you're aware of all of those changes, and to help you, maybe update your Facebook parties and your home parties and things like that. Promotion bound ladies. Touch base with your team leader weekly to strategize and make sure to participate in the promotion bound group. The reason for participating in the promotion bound group is motivation. You are motivating others on their journey to promotion while they can help motivate you. And I know when I started, there was a bunch of us trying to promote at the same time, so it was really nice to have that camaraderie. And like I said, make sure you're touching base with things can change on your team leader journey in 24 hours. Things can change rapidly. Trust me, I know that all too well from my journey to become a team leader. And so just make sure that you're constantly touching base with your team leader and you're staying on track for your goal. Because really, when you're promotion bound, it doesn't just happen. It is something that has to be very intentional, and you have to work really hard for it. And then to everybody, I just want to say try to participate in all of the team events and contests because it can boost attitude and motivation. And it helps everyone participating, not just you, but everybody else is going through it again. It's camaraderie. And I think that over the last 6 months, with all of the issues that we have lost some of that. People have branched off, people have left. You know, we feel like we need to be in our own little bubble, and I don't necessarily think that that's a good idea. It's good to be part of something bigger because UBAM is bigger. You know, we are part of all of UBAM, and we don't want to go off in our own little bitty bubble and forget that there's all of this support out there under Thrive, under USBOMs, under Fearless Readers, under BorneAwesome. There's all of this support and all of these people who can help you and you can help. So I guess that's about it. That's probably enough rambling for one day. I am sorry for being so absent. I do have some updating to do on the team group page. But other than that, I'm always here if you need me. I'm just a PM away. My hours tend to be in the afternoonish, and then after 9, from like 9 to 10:30, I'm on. So that's about it. I hope that everybody is having a good month and a successful month. And if you're not where you want to be, contact your team leader, contact your sponsor, and you can always contact me. So have a good one, ladies. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.